This week's Wrestling Open main event is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first in the corner to my right, from Springfield, Massachusetts, weighing in at a thick cut 250, this is Big Bacon, Brad Hollister. His opponent to my left, representing the 203, weighing in at 170 pounds, one half of Miracle Generation, Dustin Flash Waller!
I thought we were going to see one of the most epic main events that I have ever seen at Wrestling Open, and wouldn't you know it, we still might, because Dustin Flash Waller goes in here one-on-one against Big Bacon Brad Hollister, and Bacon, with 3 years of pain, physical and mental, carrying him here into this main event against Dustin Flash Waller. Paul Crockett joined alongside the man not the place, Denver, Colorado, and I know you can feel the tension in the room right now, DC.
Yeah, I mean, big opportunity for Dustin Waller stepping up right here, filling the shoes of Alec Price, the Northeast Beast, the ace of Beyond Wrestling. But this ain't Beyond Wrestling. This is Wrestling Open. This is where Dustin Waller and Kylon King made a name for themselves, the Miracle Generation. And I don't think that either of those guys are going to be looking to roll over for Big Bacon, Brad Hollister. Not tonight, not never.
And especially considering the history they had with Alec Price early on at Wrestling Open. But as Dustin Flash Waller said, they settled it in the ring. They settled it with respect. And they don't like what Big Bacon Brad Hollister did in a pure sign of disrespect to Alec Price last week. Excuse me, 2 weeks ago.
Let's see if Dustin Waller can get through to Big Bacon right here.
Irish whip springboard into the high cross body.
And that's what Waller's going to have to do. He's going to have to use his speed, his agility, and stay one step ahead.
Oh, no.
If Bacon gets a hold of you, he's going to throw you anywhere he wants.
And we saw what he did. Hang on. Look at the leg. We saw what Big Bacon did to Johnny Chill in that match. It was an absolute massacre. And if, like you said, he gets his hands on anybody, they could go for a flight they don't want to go on. But there's a drop kick from Flash. And that is what Dustin Waller has to do to keep Bacon at bay here.
You know, a lot of times you see these last-minute substitutions in matches, and you kind of point out the fact that, you know, Hollister didn't have his opponent scouted, but I think that Waller and Alec Price actually employ a very similar style. So I don't know how much of the strategy is going to have to change for Hollister here in this matchup, as Waller now, once again, just a second away from picking up the victory. And Hollister, Hollister so far has not had the number of one Dustin Waller. Waller has stayed one step ahead every single beat in the opening moments of this contest.
Goes for that springboard, and I don't know if you saw that, DC.
That to me looked like a shot to the throat. That looked like a cheap shot.
It was a
shortcut.
Double chop to the throat by Big Bacon Brad Hollister. He saw Flash Waller going to take to the air and remain a step ahead, but instead going right to that throat as Bacon looking to get 3 years off of his mind, off of his shoulders, as he remembers that physical pain as he landed on the floor and the mental anguish of everyone abandoning him, or at least that's what he says.
3 years is an eternity in professional wrestling. You see entire careers come and go in a blink of an eye. And Dustin Waller, we've seen a meteoric rise the past couple months here at Wrestling Open. Bacon could stuff it out right here, right now.
There was a German suplex by Big Bacon Brad Hollister. He wants to go ahead and not only win, he wants to make a huge statement, as Dustin Flash Waller has been a standard bearer here at Wrestling Open. You want to talk about someone who has made a huge name for himself, he and Kylon King. They have come in here and done that in a big way, so for Big Bacon to pick up a win like that, that would send shockwaves through the rest of Wrestling Open.
And you know Alec Price, obviously we want to wish him a speedy recovery. Hope to see him in the ring against Willow Nightingale this Sunday at Beyond Wrestling Inertia. You know he's keeping a close eye on this one. He's got his IWTV subscription fired up.
You know he's going to be watching this one from home, and there is one arm on that suplex from Big Bacon, as now he is going to make sure that Dustin Flash Waller stays grounded, cannot get off his feet, and the only way he's going to leave his feet is if Bacon lets him.
We've seen Waller time and time again. This kid has a never-say-die attitude. His match with Alec Price, a match I feel helped put wrestling open on the mat. He broke his foot, his ankle in that matchup and still continued, going nearly 20 minutes with Alec Price.
Looked like he was going to go for that lethal injection. Hollister has him up, spins him down, and there is the senton to follow, showing off that speed. Only a 2.
That was a lot of impact. That was a lot of impact on that ripcord slam. That was a lot of impact on that senton. Not enough to beat Flash Waller, but he's getting closer every single time he goes for a pin.
And now Bacon turning his attention to those fans that he said also turned their back on him. He said initially they were right there for him, saying, get well soon. We'll see you when you come back. And he said, just like everyone else, they disappeared, and now he wants to take that pain out on everyone.
But why did they forget about him? And why did they remember him in the first place?
You tell me.
Well, I think he had certain attributes that endeared him to the crowd. I don't know how far he's going to get turning his back, especially as we see the crowd growing every single week here at Wrestling Open. More than 200 fans again here tonight. I would want them on my side. I wouldn't be fighting with them. You know how hard of a fight it is, one-on-one against Dustin Waller? You want 200 other people against you? It just doesn't make sense to me.
It may not make sense, but hold on. Makes a cover. But for Big Bacon Brad Hollister, injuries happen, and for different people, it affects them in different ways. Some come out mentally stronger, some come out jaded and bitter. It seems like there's a mixture of bitterness, of being jaded, and being angry for Big Bacon Brad Hollister, where for other people it might be the opposite.
Do you think there's jealousy involved?
Oh, there's certainly some jealousy involved, as he has seen a lot of people he came up with, especially 3 years ago, in that locker room with him on national television now. You know that has to pick at his craw.
Well, you got to think, 2019, the summer when Brad Hollister got hurt, Alec Price had never even competed for Beyond Wrestling. He really had his breakout opportunity, the tournament for tomorrow, 2019. That was season 2 of Uncharted Territory. Brad Hollister got hurt in season 1 of Uncharted Territory. Look at how far Alec Price has gone in that period of time. Competitors like Daniel Garcia, Layla Hirsch, Christian Casanova. But injuries happen. You can't give up. You got to get right back into the fight. And that's what Waller's doing right here. He's taking a beating, and he keeps coming back.
It's what he does maybe better than most here at Wrestling Open, but there is a headbutt by Bacon. Waller is rocked, but he is able to get a boot up. Into the code breaker. Both men are down, but Waller at least has some breathing room.
Yeah, Waller needed that opening. He created it for himself. He made the most of it. But he's going to try and shake the cobwebs and keep the momentum going. Took a lot out of himself with that variation on the lung blower, the knees to the chest, but an opponent the size of Bacon coming down on top of you, I mean, you might knock the wind out of him, but how much damage you do to yourself?
The opportunity presented itself, and he took the opportunity that he had, and he struck just like he has done at Beyond Wrestling, just like he has done here at Wrestling Open. Now he has to put some momentum together.
One thing that was a tell to me, Waller had to use the ropes to pull himself up. Hollister did not, and with every time Waller knocks him down, Hollister finds a way to keep his shoulders off the mat. But for how long? The shooting star press right into the cover, the leg is hooked.
A near fall only for Dustin Flash Waller, stepping up here tonight when Big Bacon went into the ring and said, any one of Wrestling Open's heroes want to step up against me tonight, bring it on. Hits the lethal injection, but Hollister able to use whatever momentum he had and rolled straight out of the ring.
Well, you can't be beat on the floor, at least not pinned or submitted. We could see a count-out victory for Dustin Flash Waller, but something tells me he's not trying to win that way. Hollister, is he trying to retreat through the entrance? Is he giving up on this match?
Flash Waller flies, and he takes Big Bacon down with him.
An insane risk, an insane reward, as he's going to get Big Bacon back into the ring. Bacon, though, this guy don't stay down for nothing.
On his feet, Flash Waller with the huge blockbuster!
You want to talk about shades of Alec Price. How many times have we seen him employ that blockbuster from a top rope position?
And look at that, getting frustrated just like Alec Price, saying, That was 3, maybe getting into that Alec Price mindset. He knows to beat someone like Bacon, you have to dig real deep and get nasty.
Well, that was a little hairy. Channeling Alec Price maybe a little bit too much.
Maybe, but maybe that is a dark place he thinks he has to go to beat someone like Brad Hollister, because Bacon has been dominating up until just moments ago, so maybe he's getting a little darker than he would usually get.
Paul, you got to think Dustin a little bit more familiar on the ropes than Brad Hollister from this position. I don't know what he could be looking for. Is he going to have the leverage for a superplex? We're not even going to have a chance to find out.
He is not, and now is Bacon going to fly? We've seen what has happened to him in the past when he takes to the air. So what's he going to do? Into the jackhammer.
Wow, that was impressive.
But Waller able to get the shoulder up once again.
I think Hollister didn't have enough coverage on that pin. I think he got a little too arrogant, a little too cocky. I thought that would have been it. That was hell of an impact on that slam.
Huge impact, but maybe, just maybe, his wind is being tested here, because I don't remember the last time I've seen him go this long in this building. So maybe, just maybe, the nerves, the effect of the moment are getting the better of him.
Can't give Waller any breathing room. Every time we've seen in this match, he's found a way to come back out on top. Right now, he's not even stirring, though. I mean, to me, that's cause for concern.
He's calling for the end. This is it. And he's out. He's out. He's done.
I'm not counting him out just yet, Paul. In fact, I think that Dustin Flash Waller could be playing possum as we see Hollister getting in the face of the official, telling the official that he needs to call the match. So if there's something the official sees and knows that we're not picking up on, and maybe Hollister is not as well. Maybe he'll get that powerbomb once again.
Picks him up.
Here we go. Lands. Oh, man. Missed the first time, enough to take Bacon down with the second. And now looking to scale to that top rope.
He's going up.
Am I crazy, or did we see Thomas Santel just a few moments ago?
We did, and we might see Dustin Flash Waller get the win over Bacon. He rolls through on that 450.
I mean, that was insane height, but you could say the same thing about that powerbomb, Paul. It might be academic at this point.
He thought he had it, but he did not. He had nothing left on that cover, DC. You saw it. He was exhausted.
If you're Bacon, Brad Hollister, now
I don't know. I don't know, and quite frankly, I don't think he knows.
And if you can't beat Dustin Waller, do you deserve a match with Alec Price, the Northeast Beast, the Ace of Beyond Wrestling, the Southern Underground Pro, Bone Storm Champion?
The answer is no. I can't give another answer. If he cannot beat Flash Waller tonight, his dreams, or maybe nightmares, of taking down the heroes of Wrestling Open might end. Oh, he has him in the rear naked choke.
Oh, but here we go, a perfect counter! And Bacon having to give up the hold to avoid being pinned to the mat. Look at Dustin Waller, this guy, the way he moves around the ring, caught Bacon with the knee right to the face. Now springboarding from the heavens, coming down with a big elbow across the chest.
Is that it?
I think that's it, Paul. Oh.
Brad Hollister getting the shoulder up, and this match continues despite the fact that Flash Waller and Big Bacon Brad Hollister have thrown everything in their arsenal at one another.
This really could have gone either way a number of times so far. You gotta remember a 20-minute time limit for the main event here at Wrestling Open as we get ever so close to that countdown. Another lethal injection.
Oh, he caught him in the rear naked. He has that rear naked choke cinched in. It is locked in. Flash Waller has nowhere to go. He is out. He just choked Waller unconscious.
The time of the fall, 13 minutes, 1 second. Here is your winner by submission, Big Bacon Brad Hollister.
Paul, have you ever seen somebody put down that quick with a rear naked choke? That was like 5-10 seconds tops.
Big Bacon is a scary, dangerous man, and he said he is going to take down all of your heroes, and he just took down Dustin Flash Waller tonight. An unbelievable victory from Big Bacon Brad Hollister. But does this mean the prize Alec Price is next?
All right, enough. Get out of the ring. You proved your point.
Join us next week.
But this guy is no class whatsoever. Now trying to take a victory lap. He's lucky that one of the fans here in Worcester doesn't take a swipe at him.
but he said he's taking down his heroes, the heroes of Open, and he started tonight with Flash Waller. Join us next week, live at Wrestling Open.